We are live. Do you watch the UFC?
No,
You don't? Oh, okay.
no, I used to watch it, and somebody told me that it was basically WWE 2.0.
The UFC?
Yeah, they told me it was an old stage it was set up or something. I don't know if it was true or not, but the way they explained it, I just couldn't watch it no more after that.
Interesting. I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
So, I don't know if anybody's here or not because nobody has said anything, but I am debating between a hoodie and how I'm dressed now. So, Rawhide wants me to wear a hoodie. So, this is what I want to wear. So, if you're in the building, let me know if I should wear a hoodie or if I should be wearing something else. Um, but seriously, so welcome everyone. We have been off. How was your week break away from me? How was that? Were you
man,
like
I mean,
me on birthday?
yeah, I needed a week away from really, and so it was pretty good. Went to Kansas City, didn't go to the game, but so I was out of town for a while, and the
Just running
holidays were
away. All you're
holidays
doing
were
is running
right.
away from me.
Yeah, holidays
You're a
were okay.
chicken.
Yeah,
You're a
I
little
am. I
chicken.
am. Well, you know me. Hey, hey, smart, intelligent women, they intimidate me sometimes.
Yeah,
All
I just want to apologize for all the
right.
men that I might intimidate, that I might make nervous, that I might trigger, because that is not my intention. I am so sorry that I might do that to you. That is not my
Uh,
goal in life to do that. But
it,
you never taught me how to do the survey.
oh yeah, I was gonna ask you that before we went live. Did you hear? Did you about the poll on YouTube? Were you
Yeah.
asking about that?
Yeah.
All right, here, hold on. Let me see.
Yeah. Can you set so Rawhide's gonna put up a poll. So if you're just joining, he's gonna put up a poll because we're going to decide if I need to be wearing a hoodie for this show or if I can stay in this way. So whatever the audience decides will be what I transition to. I have a hoodie. So, we're in the South and it is cold here. Well, okay, cold. It's cold
Yeah,
here. It's
it's
getting
cold.
chilly. It's getting chilly. Is that a better way to say it? It's getting chilly?
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
getting a little chilly. So, we don't like that here. We like hot. That's why we live in the South. So, yeah, so that's what we're doing. So, we're going to put up the poll. And then the other thing is you've went live, I believe, every day since Monday. And every day you all have talked about the college football playoffs. So, you want to talk about it again for a fourth day in a row?
Well,
College football playoffs?
it depends on how this goes. In the beginning, I mean, if we, I get okay. I think you brought up a good topic off the deal. I would like to
First
discuss
of
that.
all, you look so great and you're all white with the white bucket hat with the white hoodie.
Well,
A little
hey,
bit.
yeah,
I,
you already know. If it ain't white, it ain't right.
if it ain't white, it ain't right. I know
There you
that's right.
go.
I
There
know
you
that's
go.
right. Amen.
Hey,
Amen. Preach it, brother.
hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Preach it.
you play with
Leaders,
play with the
teachers.
fat, marry the flat.
There it is. There. So the funny thing about that statement is you said it on your show, and like I think only one or two people understood
Yeah,
what you were saying. So yeah,
yeah.
I agree. I like the all white
Yeah,
with the
no,
little
yeah,
gold. With the
I
gold.
ain't get enough bites at the bait, so I had to throw it back out there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
So
like it. Yeah, you threw it back out to me because you knew that I would understand it. See,
yeah,
I've got to kind of take it down a notch. I've got to be like, what are you saying? What do you
yeah.
mean? What do you mean by that?
What?
So,
Yeah.
yeah, you look good. All white. Okay, that's right. You're with the look at the gold CU. Does it have a little Nike check on it?
No, ain't no Nike on it though.
Oh no, Nike. Okay, just solid gold. I like it.
Yeah, hey, that's right. Solid gold.
Let me give you. You're gonna get the first trophy of the day.
Uh, and I deserved it.
You're getting a 5. You are getting, because the University of Texas, hook 'em, is the #1 recruiting class. You get 5 stars and a trophy. Congratulations, Rawhide, on the first presentation of the trophy. You showed up. You look great. If you feel good, you look good. If you look good, what is it?
Play good.
Something
If you play good, they pay good.
that all of that, you got it. You were on it today. You were on it
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
So kudos to you.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Max says it's not. I'm in Atlanta. It's definitely cold. Yeah, I feel you. And he has said he is definitely not intimidated. I know that's right.
Okay, we'll see.
So yeah. So what's going on in your world? So you weren't here. You missed me when you weren't there. So you were telling the people why you missed me when we weren't on live last week. That's what you were saying. I don't know if you remembered.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but I think.
Oh, okay. Well, semantics.
Yeah, there you go.
It's hard
I
out
don't
here,
that,
you know.
but
We're getting older.
I did. Yeah, I did miss my Rawhide family. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it should be evidence that I have missed you all because first off, I've given you all 3 lives in a row. I don't think
Touche.
I've done that in 3 months. You know, I think it's been 3 months since I've done that.
Valid. Very valid.
Hey, shout out to Rawhide, right? Shout out to me.
Shout out to Rob. Do you want another trophy?
I'm cool with the participation.
Okay. Let me hold on. Let me give you your trophy. Killed it because you showed up. You did what you're supposed to do. You did that. Hold. Let me get my little trophy. Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna have to put some we got to put some music behind that.
We're gonna have to put a little music. So
Yeah,
you
we're gonna
killed
put
it.
some music behind that. Yeah,
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, hey, other than that, I just man, again, I don't know if he heard me. I'm gonna give Truckin' Tubby a shout out because he got me from one destination to the next on the live drive down the road, and I know we went kind of hard, but I appreciate everybody, man. I hope people don't take this stuff serious, man. This is all fun for fun. So, but yeah, man, shout out to Truckin' man for getting me across the highway. But other than that, man, that's it. All I've been doing. What about you? How about you? I know you happy, Texas fan. You're in the playoffs. Ain't got nothing to worry about, right?
Keep buttering me up.
Yeah,
More.
y'all made it to the SEC championship game your first year in the SEC. So I mean that says a lot. Now, for those that are not aware, right? There are a couple of universities in this country that how good or bad they are has absolutely nothing to do with conference they in. They're just good teams, and Texas is one of those. So Texas has always had the ability to accumulate the type of talent that it takes to win a national championship. So if you tell me that Texas won X amount of games in the Big 12, and then you say, well, that means that other teams in the Big 12 can do that in the SEC, that is 100% false. And you're speaking to your immaturity in watching the game of college football. So,
Okay.
yeah, I just want to kind of throw that out there. just
Texas fight. So and here's what I always tell people. Texas has been building for this moment since they hired Steve Sarkisian. They knew they were going to the SEC, and they structured their team as an SEC style of team. What does that mean? Huge in the trenches, get as big as you can, big, fast, athletic, strong. That's how you compete. And if you watch this Texas team, because some of you absolutely do not, you just look at the box score, cool. But if you actually watch a Texas game, you will see what the difference is. This Texas team right now is not how we used to look in the Big 12. I can promise you that. like this Texas team, people that don't even like Texas have to admit that this Texas team looks good. That's how you know we've come a long way. Like people actually think we can beat Georgia. That is how you know we've come a long way. Now, can we? I don't know, because they got bullied the first time. But listen, Texas is not your regular Big 12 team. So I get that it's easy to be like, yeah, well, they are not you. You are not them. So leave them where they're at and let them go on their merry way and mind their business. That's it. It's that simple. So also, I love how, and this is a Discord conversation that was said today that I'm not going to say any names on it, but it's a great point. I love how everyone acts like the SEC isn't like the best of the best, but the second and you beat an SEC team, you want to hang your hat on the win. But we're not the best conference though. Like it's irrelevant. All teams are the same. You guys aren't that good. But the second you beat an SEC team, you're like, yeah, but we beat them. So if we don't matter, why are you talking about us?
Facts.
Why are you talking about us? Why are you talking about us? And now that the season is over, where are those people? Michigan beat Ohio State. Texas made Michigan look like a joke. So where's our what? Do we still suck? We still haven't played anybody? Is that Oklahoma team ran all over that 9-3 Alabama team that they're putting in the playoffs because they're in the SEC? Do we still suck? Make it make sense. What are we doing, people? So I get it. For your team, for your lack of knowledge of college football, you want to act like Texas is just like you. They're not.
No, they're not.
And they showed that on signing day. Money. Right.
They are absolutely not. You are 100% right. But
Yeah.
I find it interesting though. About a couple of weeks ago, I had a conversation about Michigan, and I said that they would win the Big 12 and also beat some other teams, right?
Yep.
And then the next week, they come out there and beat Ohio State. Isn't that
funny?
Yeah. Something, man?
Yeah.
Oh,
and the best part though, the best part that I don't think anybody realizes is how did they do it? Defense, running the ball, winning the time of possession. Oh, that's funny. Where have I complained about not running the ball, not being able to stop the run, low scoring games? Where have I talked about that before?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Right. Yeah. Those characteristics,
Very interesting.
they do reflect a particular university. But let me also say this though, Brent Yarmark, isn't that the Big 12 commissioner?
The Big 12 commissioner, yeah.
Why is he whining and crying about a team, about the bye? Bro, you got the team in. Shut up.
So, okay, you want to know why? Because he hates Texas. We have beef with him. Like, you know how there's certain beef with like rich people that you're like, I don't even know that beef. That's above my pay grade. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how this beef is working. Because he also wanted us to still have to play in Big 12 games. And we were like, no, we're out. He also, like, he wanted us to do certain things. And Texas was like, no. And he was like, fine, y'all have to pay $50 million or whatever to get out of the conference. And they were like, send us the check, send us the bill. And then he was like, well, what about this? What about that? And they were like, no.
Yeah, they clean sweep. They went out of there.
Yes. And so I think his issue, again, it's just like I say for the game, in my opinion, this week, right, is people have a decision to make because they hate the stability of the SEC and the Georgias and the Bamas and the whatever always winning, right? So now you have a chance to cheer for Texas, but they also don't like us much either. So it's like, do you cheer for the team that's always winning and the team that is responsible for whatever, or do you cheer for the Texas team who you consider the rich kids who you thought we were weak and this and not going to be good and not going to be able to compete and not going to do all this stuff, and now we're there? So what do you do?
Right.
All I know is I'm pretty sure it'll probably be the highest viewed game of the weekend because nobody really knows what they want to do. And let's be real here. I don't know if anybody's going to be willing to admit this, and I don't know how you feel about this. If Texas wins this game, like people in the SEC are like, Georgia cannot let Texas win this game. Like, we cannot have Texas walking around winning the SEC football championship game. We cannot allow that. Do you feel that way? Like, how do you feel?
No, because I think the importance of the game has dropped significantly.
Fair. Okay.
I mean, when you get a head coach to come out and say, I've talked to other head coaches, and a lot of those guys are like, why do I even need to? We don't even want to play in the game.
Right. That's true.
So once that statement is made, then they have already kind of admitted that who gives a fuck about the SEC championship game anymore. Yeah. And there's no ramifications for the game either. Right. So
true, because we're both getting in.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of
Right.
I think it's a battle of who's the 2 and who's the 5.
Right. Which I don't think, honestly, I think 5 is just as good as 2.
I think 5 is, yeah. So if I had to pick, I would want to be 2, 3, or 5. Those are my.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, obviously you want to be 1, obviously. But
right.
if I had to pick, the only difference between, I think 1 and 2 get to choose where you play your games.
Hmm. Hmm.
So,
Right.
but listen, let me tell you something. These privileged problems that I'm talking about right now, I'll take them.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be Alabama right now. I damn sure don't want to be Miami right now.
Oh yeah, they sick. They sick. Hey, do you mind pulling that bracket up real quick?
Did
I
you
just
put it? Did you send it to me?
it's right there on the right
Oh, you
bottom
already
at
have
the
it.
bottom. Now, looking at 5. So yes, see 5 there? I mean, you're playing the worst conference champ. So if I was 5, I'm good with that. That's a buy anyway. And then, I mean, let's be honest about it. Is that game at home though?
For who?
Yeah.
The
Okay. So the
bottom
game,
team is the home team.
which I am surprised that they didn't make the Auto 5 a home game for the Auto 5.
You
You know,
do get, yeah, the 5 gets the home. You see Penn State's 5.
no. I'm sorry. The 15 automatic bid conference champ. Okay, that's
Yep.
okay. I'm surprised they didn't give them the home game.
Like Arizona State.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
surprised by that.
well, are you though? Because you know what they're really telling them. Thank
Yeah,
you for
but
participating.
yeah, then don't give them the slot.
Well, yeah.
So
Well,
if you're gonna
if
bring
that's
them,
the option,
well, I think if you're gonna bring them in as if you're touting conference champ and you're bringing them in because of conference champ, then it seemed like to me they would get a home game because you're saying that those 5 slots are the most important slots.
that's fair.
You know what I mean?
And
So
maybe that was an oversight.
yeah, probably so.
Well, okay, let's be real. There's no oversights. They knew what they were doing.
Hey, and they don't care.
And
They don't
they
care.
don't care. Because
Yeah, but
whenever you realize in life that nobody really cares
yeah.
and that money is going to dominate, it really puts things in perspective. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't really
I mean,
care.
think about that 5 slot. Look at that. You're at home. You got the weakest of the weak. Then, because think about it, that 12 slot is not only the worst of the best conference champs. In this situation, it's the worst of all teams in the playoffs.
It's the worst position. 12 is the
Yeah,
worst
12.
position.
That's the worst team.
Yeah.
So you play them, and then after that, you jump to 4. Then you jump to like a Boise State. Or if you flipped it with Arizona State, you jump to Arizona State. It's like
That's true. So it's either going to be UNLV, Boise State will be a game, and then the next game is going to be, depending on who they put there, then it will be Arizona State or Iowa State. Those are your
right,
2 games. Yeah.
right. There is no way in the world I'd want to be 9-8.
No.
Cause I wouldn't want to be that. That's a bad. You could get beat. Well, I don't. You could get beat
I
either
will.
team there.
I would. Yeah. I don't want to be 9 and 8. I guess 11's not too bad.
Yeah, if you're Alabama. But
11. Oh, I would
I
want to be a 6. I would want to be a 6.
I bet you Notre Dame's not happy with Alabama at 11.
They'll act like they are, though.
Yeah, they'll act like it, but they
Yeah, they'll
ain't.
act like they are because they want to beat that SEC team, although it means nothing. Although it doesn't mean anything, Rawhide.
Yeah, I know that's crazy. That's crazy.
It means absolutely nothing, Rawhide, but we want to beat them.
Yeah, that 7-10 slot is not a good slot. I wouldn't want to be 7-10. Yeah,
Can you imagine the 10 right now? Like, cool. Okay, you guys play Georgia. Don't worry about it. Play Georgia.
yeah,
Cool. After you beat that, it's okay. Here comes Texas. Don't even worry about
yeah.
it.
That's a rough slot there. That's a rough slot. That
Yeah.
is a bad slot. Yeah, if
The
you
good
want,
thing is Georgia. Oh well, okay, so yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm just excited to see. I'm excited to see the final.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
I
with
think
you.
for so long we like go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and then literally a week later the information changes, and then we go back and forth and go back and forth, and then the information changes, and
Right.
it's like none of this is real, but it's real, right? It's like,
Mhm.
but I've said from jump, I wanted to be, obviously, I always want to be one because you always want to be one. They always are going to get the easier, but I really don't think so. The way that this is structured, because the way that this is lining up, you would almost want to be the 4. No, because then you get, yeah. So you would want to be the 5 is the best.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, flaws. Oh, I'm sorry, I said flawed. Five is five is the. I think five is the best. I I think there's. I'm think if just a blanket statement, not looking at the teams. I do not want to be 9 or 8, and I don't want to be 10 or 7. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, the first and second slot is going to the Big Ten and SEC team. Not more than
Valid.
likely.
Yeah,
So
that's valid.
I would never want those because take Penn State for instance. You can't tell me and look at this. Obviously, it's going to change, and not say they got a cakewalk to the semis.
That's true.
They got a cakewalk.
Okay, so
Or
but let's be honest. If let's just be real here for a second. Let's be real. Let's strip back all the BS and let's be real. An SEC team is going to get that 5. And when
you
they
think
get
so?
that 5,
You think so?
yeah, because if we know how great 5 is, why would they not give that 5 to Georgia? Why would they not give that 5 to Texas? Because let's look at the rankings. If Georgia beats Texas, they will be the 2. You think they're going to move Texas further back than 5?
See, no,
And
no, not
if
Texas.
you look at the
No,
rankings, it keeps them away from each other
yeah,
again. So if
yeah,
Georgia does what Georgia does and Texas does what Texas does, you know what we get again? We get a third rematch.
yeah,
And if
yeah,
Texas, you
yeah.
see what I'm saying? So like,
Hmm.
and even if let's say Texas beats Georgia this weekend and it's a great game, right? And Texas just happens to win. If you move Georgia, because if Penn State loses, they're out of that 5. They're out of it
Hmm.
because we know that's the sweet spot.
Hmm. I wouldn't
And
be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Oregon said bump it. I'm
blew it.
I don't care because I think if I lose, I go to 5.
If
Yeah,
I've always said if Oregon loses, all of this gets rattled.
yeah, I think that if Oregon loses, they go to 5. That takes Penn State to 1.
Unless Texas wins. I think they'll bump Texas to 1 and keep Penn State at 2.
Okay, well, or that.
Yeah.
But in this situation, 5 is better. 5, 11, and 6 is better than 9, 8, and 10 and 7.
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Yeah,
And that's why I'm like, I'm fighting for 2. Well, 1 obviously is what you want, but give me a 2 or a 5. Those are the 2. Like I want 2 and I want 5. That's what I
yeah,
want. So if
yeah.
I'm fine
I,
at 2. Leave me alone.
yeah, yeah. If I, yeah,
But there's no way they're going to have Georgia and Texas play again that soon like that. They'll make it to where, because listen, I'm a homer. I'm a Texas fan. I understand what my privilege is. I also understand what makes money. And who would not want to sign up, especially if Texas beats Georgia this weekend? Who would not want to sign up to see another round of Texas Georgia in the
mhm,
finals if they can make it, make it there? But it's just a great game. Like
yeah.
it's
It
football.
is. It
So
is. Oh my! You know what? I hadn't really looked at it. I've heard you say that, but I hadn't really just looked at that. But uh, yeah, there are some advantages in this playoff that
yeah,
I think is a significant advantage.
I agree.
Yeah,
I've been eyeing, and you know this, I've been eyeing the 5 all summer. Like, give me 5. Give
yeah,
me
yeah.
5. If we don't get a
Oregon,
bye,
yeah,
give me 5.
yeah. Oregon. If I was you, I'd lose that game. I'd lose that playoff. I mean, I'd lose that Big Ten championship game.
I think the problem is though, is because Dan Lanning gets so much crap. that if he loses, he's going to have to take he can't win a big game. He can't blah, blah, blah. And honestly, Oregon's way more talented than Penn State. I think.
Yeah.
I think they're more talented. I think I just think they're more talented. But
you just don't want to play Tennessee or Ohio State.
No.
You don't want to play them.
No.
Yeah, I'm losing that game.
I wish they had a rule where it was like you can't have same conferences playing each other in the first round. They don't have it on here, but I wish it was a rule because can we get some other football? You know what I mean? Like, can we get some like dynamic matchups that we wouldn't see on a regular season?
How about this? Let's get it the way they do it right here. After they get their 12, reseed them.
Reseed them. I'm like the NFL. I'm a fan of reseeding.
Yeah, just reseed them. Yeah. But I don't know. Cliff say I sound crazy by saying Oregon should drop that game. I think they should drop it.
Well, that's what I think. Like I always say, anytime you can have a competitive advantage, i.e., in home visits, i.e., throwing cash at recruits, i.e., weather, i.e., whatever your competitive advantage is, why not use it?
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
I mean, honestly, people do it all the time.
I
mean, they do it all the time.
What
I'm saying ain't crazy. They just don't verbally say it. People do it all the time, bro.
So what do you think about did you look at any of like the early signing day? Have you looked at any of the news for that?
No, I hadn't seen any recruits. Obviously I noticed some of the ones teams that I'm interested in, but I didn't really go into depth this year.
After last year, you couldn't. That was a train wreck.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that last year was
the best show you've ever had might have been on signing.
Yeah, that last year signing day was off the chain. People lost their ever-loving mind. But, the teams that I look at, looks like they did okay. Your team looks like they are they still number 1 overall right now?
We are.
Okay, yeah. And that's why, I hear people say this all the time. Well, things are changing now. It's different now. It ain't no different.
It's not.
Because
it's just
the
money.
best of the best are going to keep the best of the best talent. Transfer portal while they'll pick and choose, and then they'll just fill out the slots. At the end of all this, at the end of this year, I'm willing to bank on it's probably going to be the same 4 in the semifinals that we originally kind of thought anyway. You know what I mean? It's so different.
I think what happens in life, and obviously too, it happens on Earth too sometimes, is the perception that people care about you and that they want you to have an advantage. They don't. They want the money teams to have all the advantages that they can give the money teams. And if somebody else slips in and is able to compete, great. But they don't really want that because those teams don't move the needle. This is about money. This is a business. Just is what it is.
Yeah. And kids, I mean, it's why would you ask a young adult to take flyers on other non-proven universities? I wouldn't even ask a young adult to do that. As a parent, as a parent, your number one goal is to set your child up for success.
For success, yeah.
Right. So, what's the easiest path to get to the next level?
That's a really good point.
Yeah, I mean that's the job. It's up to the Kansas.
I also wonder though if, I think sometimes we want people to do things we would never do, right? Like, for example, if Google made me an offer and so did random startup.
Right, Google.
Most people are going to go take the Google offer. Like, yes, and that's the same with recruiting. Like, most people are going to go where you can make more money because if you do well there and you play, you've made the right decision.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't we're not doing like heart surgery. It's not like the best person that could put stitches on your body. It's like, can you go catch a football? Are you bigger, stronger, faster? And will you have more people watching you because of it? And there is SEC bias, and these kids know it. I can go to Kentucky and I can be seen. I can go to Arkansas and I can be seen. I can go to Tennessee and I can be seen. I can go to all these other SEC schools and be seen because I play these other really good schools. And if I have my moments, it's going to matter. Look at South Carolina. I mean, sign me up for that.
Yeah, South Carolina.
I don't want to live in South Carolina, but sorry if you live there. But
oh, are you talking about my man? What's my man name? What's his name? What's his name? What's my man name? You know his name. What's his name?
I plead the fifth.
Oh my God, what is his name? The other black bald headed dude. What's his name? God, maybe I can't think of his name. Oh my God, if you hadn't mentioned that, I would have thought of it. But
anyways,
I'm gonna search for it now. I'm going to Google big black bald head politician and see in South Carolina, see who they pull up. Though.
Only you got that, okay? Because the other thing is, it's two of them. It's not just one of them, okay? It's two of them. It's actually two of them.
I don't know the other one though. I don't know the other one.
Yes, you do. You know both of them. I promise you.
I'm looking. I gotta look.
I promise you. I will be willing to bet $5 that you know both of them.
Yeah, Tim Scott is one. Appreciate it.
Who's the other one?
I don't know the other one. Who's the other?
Yes, you do.
Black dude though?
No, he's white.
Oh, I'm just strictly talking about a black dude. Yeah.
You know him though, right?
The white dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of his name, but I know who you're
Lindsey
talking
Graham.
About. Yeah, that's it. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Lindsey Graham. Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't want. Listen, I got enough to deal with. Okay, ours are trash. Yeah. But like,
shout out to Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott.
I don't know why you put your fist up for Tim Scott. He ain't interested.
Oh, Lindsey Graham, man. Oh my God.
I'm going to hell.
Honestly, I'm going to hell. To be honest with you.
But he didn't retire.
No, he's still there.
McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. Like, what are we doing, guys?
Is Mitch McConnell still in there?
Yes. Mitch McConnell dies on TV every chance he gets. And yet he's still voting. It's crazy.
I thought he retired.
So crazy. At 60, you should not be able to run for any public office anymore. I don't care. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Some of these people, like, they walk in like this because they're so old. They're so old. So old. If you remember where you were when MLK got shot, you should not be in office.
Damn.
You should not be in public office. Because first of all, I don't trust you. But second of all, like, that was like, how long ago was that? Like
you called the shade. There you go. You do it too much. See, there you go. There you go.
Just take over the show. I'm in timeout. Just take me off.
Oh my God. There you go. There you go. Do it.
Like, now I have to be quiet. Just kick me out.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
I'm just saying, some of these people are so old. Like, they don't even understand. This is way off topic. We'll talk about football in 1 second, but just give me a minute. Have you ever watched a committee meeting when they have the old hags in there? And the like the tech guys are in there and they're like, so all you have to do is push a button? And they're like, yeah, that's how it works. Like, they don't even know how it works. It's so crazy. It's so funny. You
kind of hard on our senior citizens. I'm just here to tell you.
Because we'll take care of them. Well, not all of us. Earth 2 will not. Earth 1 will. But like, guys, come on. Look at this. These are the comments I love. She says this now, but she was still going to vote for Biden. Do you know how old Donald Trump is? Do you know how old he is too? They're both old.
do we do? What
They're
do we do?
old.
What do we do?
They're all
What do we
old.
do?
I feel like it should be 60
Oh,
should be the cutoff. At 60, you no longer need to be in public office.
oh,
No longer. You don't even
my
know how
bad.
TikTok works, for crying
My
out
bad.
loud.
I shouldn't have said nothing about the South Carolina politicians. That's my fault. I should not have said anything
No, I
about them.
made a joke and you just happened to catch it. And so you picked up the South Carolina politicians.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
So,
crazy, man. Y'all
yeah.
crazy. Y'all crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Anyways, okay. So 3 games. So you go first. What game are you looking forward to this weekend? So
I'm
for those of you that don't know, that are new here, we talk about absolutely nothing. We just shoot the shit with each other for about an hour and a half. And then we talk a little football and then we end the show. That's how this is
back,
that's how this is going.
back.
And it just is what it is. So yes.
Well, first game, best game of the weekend, college football, Clemson SMU.
That's
I
a
think
big one.
I think this is the game that really means something. I guess you could say the Big 12, but they're gonna be one and done. So I don't really count them. But uh, but that SMU Clemson game, I am so intrigued by because I think Clemson is going to beat them. Now I'm even surprised that they got SMU -2. I'm not. I
Ask,
am
what do the odds say?
so what?
So they say, so does that means SMU is supposed to win, right?
Right, they got SMU
Okay.
favorite by 2. So I'm floored by that. I think Clemson is going to donkey stomp SMU. And what I want to see is after that happens, what happens? Because I do not believe. Like I know me and Solid Gold go back and forth. We argue all the time about they're not going to penalize and what he meant by that. And I never got to say to him, if Boise State loses in the championship game, they will not be in the playoffs. They will not be able to stay. You feel what I'm saying? So I think if Clemson Duncan stumps SMU, they're out. I think SMU is out. They hadn't played anybody really. They beat BYU, and we all know what we think about BYU.
So do you think that Miami's in?
No, because I think it'll require 2 out for Miami to get in. Because the Big 12 champ is going to kill Miami.
Right, but the Big 12 champ.
Right.
So then you would have, but who's your ACC? Clemson. You're saying Clemson would get in.
Right.
I don't. So I personally don't think Clemson's very good, just from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Clemson can score with SMU. That's kind of where I'm at. Again, I could be totally off here and I could have missed whatever, but I don't think that, I'll be honest with you, I don't think any of them are very good. So let me start this correctly. I don't think any of them are very good. Either one of them, I'm not very impressed. Whatever. Okay. So they could be great and I just cannot be impressed. That's fine. But when I look at them and when I have to choose what I think is going to go on, I don't know. Because did you watch Clemson play South Carolina? And I know South Carolina's good, but like, did you watch that?
Well, Clemson, yeah, but Clemson.
Were you impressed?
No. But if I don't again, here we go. I haven't seen SMU play anybody. Nevada, HCU, I have no idea. BYU, TCU, FSU, Louisville, Stanford,
That's
Duke,
fair.
Pitt, BC, Virginia, Cal. That's nothing.
That's fair.
Now, right, and now, so I know this is not scientific. My rule of thumb: bowl games, college football playoff, or major games. Rule of thumb: who got the best talent first? Second, all right.
That's obvious. Yeah.
Who who has the better coaching?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know who
All
SMU's
that other
coaching.
stuff. So the way I'm thinking is, so if
Yeah,
both teams play their best ball, the better talent, better coaching team's gonna win.
he's usually gonna win. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
and they
fair.
play, right, and they playing for a playoff slot. So now you're playing for a playoff. So there is something on the line, like big time. So you ain't gonna have nobody out there loafing. That there ain't gonna be no
That's true.
loafing. They gonna be on fire. I think SMU gonna make it look good in the first quarter and a half. After that, it's gonna be a landslide. It's gonna be the same thing. Indiana made it look good. Okay, yeah, but then the depth come into play. The Indiana got beat because they had no depth on the defensive line.
It's
So once
it's
the
what's
depth hit, it was over.
what's funny to me is that I feel like, yes, I feel like you're analyzing football is like I always say, if it's best on best, I know who I'm going to pick.
Mhm.
But then the football things start happening where it's like so and so turns the ball over or pick six or punt return for a touchdown. And now you're like, well, yeah, they might have won, but like that
Mhm.
doesn't
Right. I think for SMU
yeah,
to win, those things that you describe has to
have to
happen.
happen. Yeah.
Mhm.
I heard somebody say this a few weeks ago and I liked how they said it, and I'm gonna butcher it and not say it correctly. But basically, I can't remember the word they used, but basically just like multiple ways to win. You're going to pick the team that has multiple ways that they can win, whether it's
Mhm.
because they're more athletic, whether it's because their coaching is just better, whether it's because which is fair. I think it's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just, yeah. And can I be honest? I think those tickets were like $20 or something to like
Are
just
they
get in
really?
the arena.
Are they
So
really?
is it their tickets or either their tickets or like Big Ten tickets or similar? It's like because I was looking at the Georgia Texas game because I just wanted to look at ticket prices, right? Because it was like $1,000 to get inside A&M last weekend, and so I was like, well, what does the SEC game look like? And so a few hours ago, the cheapest SEC game ticket was like $127 or $137. The cheapest ticket to get in SMU and Clemson was like 27, I think. And then I think Big Ten was like 47 or something like that. Like this is one of those things where it's like if I was rich and I had a private jet, I would literally just go to every game. Just be like, fly me in. As soon as that crap's over, I gotta go. I gotta get to the next game.
So I got a question. So what the Big 12 doing? Letting the homeless in?
They're not even selling tickets.
Oh snap! COVID game. They got a COVID game. Oh my god! I didn't know they had a COVID game. Damn.
I'm just kidding. I also think it's
Oh my
funny
god!
because I don't think anybody understands. Like everybody is so
They got a COVID
Colorado
game.
focused that they assume my knock on the Big 12 is about Colorado. You guys have to understand that Texas was in the Big 12 and we fought and clawed to get out of there. So all of my jokes towards the Big 12 has nothing to do with Colorado and has everything to do with I will always have an issue with the way that conference is ran for a lot of
Yeah.
reasons that I won't get into on this live. But the funny thing is, I didn't even look and see how it the Big 12 game.
That tells you how irrelevant that game is.
I didn't even look. I didn't
Oh
even
my
look.
god, bro.
I didn't even, the funny the okay, and you know I'm usually like on my crap. Let me tell you something else crazy. I didn't even realize it was Arizona State and Iowa State. I thought it was Arizona State and BYU.
Well, I did too for a little while. I ain't gonna lie. I did too for a little while. I'm not even gonna lie.
And so I
I
was
did
talking
too.
to a friend, and I was like, "Well, because that spot is either going to be BYU or Arizona," and he was like, "How is BYU going to get in?" And I was like, "Well, because they play Arizona State. Like somebody has to get that." And he was like, "No, no, they don't." No, they don't. I was like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
anyways, yeah, there's that. The game I'm going to pick is the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks.
NFL. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. And mainly because right now the Seahawks lead that division by one game. And the Seahawks, the Seahawks are leading the division by one game, and the Arizona is the team behind them. So they play this weekend. And so I'm very curious to see that game. I feel like Arizona is doing the thing that they do where they come out and they look great, they play well. And then as the season starts to go, you look up and they've lost 2 in a row or lost 3 in a row. And so I'm very curious to see this game because somebody has to win the NFC West. Like somebody has to win. Somebody's going to get in the playoffs. I just don't know who it's going to be. But I damn sure know it's probably not going to be the 49ers. But whatever. So that is going to be very interesting. And yeah, and I just don't know. I don't know what to think about the Cardinals, and I don't know what to think about Seahawks. I don't even know anymore. So may the best team win, I guess. I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The only thing I can say about Arizona is that they're better than I thought they were going to be. Shout out to Kyler Murray. He's having a good season.
Mhm.
And Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't watch him enough to have a good thought on him, but I figured he'd be doing a little bit more, but maybe I'm
He plays like
missing
a
it.
rookie. He doesn't, to me, he doesn't use his body yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like, you know how
okay.
Jamar Chase plays big, you know, he's
Mhm.
big, he's wide, he's agile.
Mhm.
Harrison Jr. is he's not, I don't know. He just looks stiff to me sometimes. I'm like, go out there.
Okay. I
You know
don't know.
what
I
I'm
haven't
saying?
seen it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
hadn't seen enough on him. Then the couple times I took a bet on him, he got hurt in the game. He just kind of really, honestly, kind of pissed me off this season. But that's my personal problem. I got nothing. He ain't did nothing wrong.
I
But
respect a personal problem.
yeah, that's me. You know
I
what I'm saying?
respect it.
But so the thing about watching Arizona, I don't know. They make me feel uncomfortable by watching them. I mean, they make me feel like a degenerate because I feel like you got to be a football degenerate to watch Arizona. But
And they don't do anything. They don't do anything where you're like, I'm watching them because of this.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just, it's just
yeah,
wonky kind of football. You know, it's like,
yeah, just,
yeah, you
yeah,
don't know if they're going to run the ball, pass the ball. It's just wonky. And then you have little Kyler Murray. Like,
yeah,
yeah. No,
yeah.
I feel you. But I'm
Yeah, that's just
fascinated
me.
by them. I don't know why. I'm fascinated because they just, I don't know. It's weird. They just kind of figure it out. I don't know. That's why they're one of the teams I would never say they were good, but I wouldn't say they were bad. I would just be like,
They're Arizona. They're Arizona.
yeah,
That's what they are.
Arizona.
They're Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
they're their
Yeah.
own adjective. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
They're the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah,
And
they're
they're in the
Arizona
NFL.
Cardinals. Yeah, that's it.
And,
That's it. Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
yeah,
If they're
your
on TV,
state
I'm
got
watching
something.
them. I don't know. That's just how I
Hey,
feel.
well, I guess I'll pick my number two, a game that I know nobody would pick, but it's the Browns and the Steelers. I'm picking that game because I think the Browns are going to beat the Steelers. Yeah, I said it. And I think Jameis Winston going to come back. And he's not going to throw for 700 yards this game, even though 200 of the yards were to the other team. I think he's going to have a bounce back. I think he's going to have a bounce back game.
If
I am one of Jameis Winston's biggest fans, and the Steelers need this game, but I think they're going to fail. So,
Why do you think they're going to fail?
because I think they deserve to fail. Just to be straight up, I've been rooting for the Steelers all year, but I'm sensing a little bit of, bro, y'all ain't that good. Yo, y'all starting to you starting to be kind of little, not you, but just how I hear people talk about it, it's kind of cultish. And I'm like, I don't like cultish behavior, so I'm going to always push back on that. So they need to calm their nerves.
I
Yeah,
think I so it okay. I hate when we have these discussions because while I want to go in on you for like disrespecting my team, how dare you? Like because like we're the motherfucking Steelers. Like I want to be on that. I think what you're actually seeing, at least because this is how I feel, and I think I said this in my last video. Everybody said we were going to suck and finish very last in the division.
I
Everyone.
never said that.
No. But I'm saying, I'm talking to you but I'm not,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
know, I
what
know,
I'm
I know, I know,
they'll
I
say
know,
I'm
I know,
talking
I
at
know,
you,
I
but I'm
know.
not talking to you.
Yeah, yeah,
And so I think what happens is it's kind of like Texas. Like everyone's like, you're not going to be able to compete. Your team's going to be the worst team. You have a washed up quarterback. You have Justin Fields, who's never been anything. Mike Tomlin, now he has a hard schedule. There's no way he's going to be able to win all these games. There's no way. And so everyone is just on us. And then when we're here, everyone's like, yeah, but so. And so it's like, but you said we were going to suck. Like you said we were going to suck, and now you don't want to talk about us. So I feel like the way that we're acting is almost in defense of our team because everyone is like whatevering us. However, the coaching I saw in the last Browns game, I don't know what that was. I don't want to see that ever again because that clock management was terrible. The fourth down, deciding to go for it was terrible. Realizing that your team had just came off playing the Baltimore Ravens and that was your game plan, terrible. All of that was terrible. That was bad coaching. I know you all get mad at us because you think we only talk about only one coach with bad coaching. Mike Tomlin against the Cleveland Browns, the first time we played them, had some bad coaching decisions in the game. It was bad. Because of that, I don't know if I think we're going to lose this game because usually Mike Tomlin doesn't make the same mistake twice. It's what I like about him. It's why I trust him because you know this. When I'm like, this sucks, usually the next week it looks a little bit better. So, but I get it. I have seen some things that some Steelers fans are saying lately that I'm kind of like, oh, we're that good?
Yeah. I don't like it. I push back.
Yeah.
I push back on all cultish behavior. I don't care if it's Miami, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I do not stand.
You probably. I don't know if you've seen the things that I hear. Let me say this: I hear you because I've seen it too, and I'm like, okay, don't think that. I'm like, you realize we're about to play the Ravens, Eagles, and Chiefs, right? We're okay with that.
Ain't played nobody.
We're okay with that.
You want to crown your quarterback like he just all that in a bag of chips. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, but they said he was washed up and we were gonna suck. They said we would be lucky to win 6 to 7 games this year.
There is absolutely no difference between Russell Wilson and the other kid, the other young man.
No, but I think you're missing the point. They said we were going to win 6 to 7 games.
Y'all go to the playoffs every year anyway. What are they talking about? How even get it? See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying right there.
And you know me, I think we're playing for a Wilson versus Denver in the first round. Like I think if they could get a Steelers Broncos first round matchup, because then you could play all the clips of Russ and Denver, and then you could, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how the NFL does. They love a good story. They're going to tell a story.
They doing whole segments, mainstream television on the Steelers going to see if they can go to the Super Bowl. I'm like, y'all tripping, bro. I'm like, y'all doing too much now.
Can you imagine if my Steelers all in the Steelers in Texas? Can you imagine? I will be unhinged.
Well, I mean, I said they could get to the Super Bowl. I mean, it's a possibility, but I mean that.
Yeah, but what is that saying? If was a fifth, then a
what is that? I know. I'm just saying, but people are like, man, it's like 8 teams you got to get to before I talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers and me feeling good about a Super Bowl win prediction. Well, feeling good about a Super Bowl prediction. Get out of here with that, man. Just calm down. Just treat them like they always treat them. Wild card, playoff team, and I'm good.
So the issue is Steelers going to the Super Bowl.
Well, no, the issue is that they ain't in the same level as Kansas City, the Bills. Yeah, they beat Baltimore, but Baltimore, they ain't that.
You think Baltimore's better than the Steelers?
Well, I'm just saying overall perception of the team.
Okay.
You don't think
where
so?
Where do you think the Steelers are in the AFC?
Top to bottom?
Yeah, AFC? if you had to rank the teams in the AFC, where would you put them?
If I was to rank them, I got to rank them.
Yeah, like just like top 5. Like who would you say your top 5 AFC? It doesn't matter record, just what you think.
Oh, what I think. Okay.
Yeah.
If I was going to call out people who I think can win the Super Bowl, I go Kansas City, Buffalo, Baltimore, and end it
See?
right there.
But see, that's the whole point.
And end it right there. End it right there.
Okay. But that's the whole point. Because if you have the Bills and the Ravens play each other, someone's going to knock somebody out. And then if you set up so
really, it ain't the fact that I don't think they can get to the. It's
no, you're just annoyed that they're talking about them like they're like
they
one
Kansas
event.
City, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, y'all, stop. Or Buffalo, yeah, or Baltimore, not necessarily this season, but even Baltimore at 8-5, even to this day, still, people speak on Baltimore being able to get to the Super Bowl. Like when they talk about Super Bowl contenders, Baltimore
I see what you're
still
saying.
comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
see what I'm saying?
it's because of their offense. Yeah. I think can we agree that the Steelers might be the biggest wild card of all of this? Because let's be real, I'm a fan. Okay. I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm going to get. I don't know what.
I mean,
I
if the Steelers was in the AFC Championship game, would I be shocked? Absolutely. Yes. I would be
okay.
shocked.
But if their past
But not because of the Steelers, but because of I would assume that something bad happened. Like
to one of the other teams.
Patrick Mahomes had a bad game, he threw 3 picks. Josh
Okay.
Allen threw 4 picks, right?
So
Lamar
your
Jackson, Lamar
issue is
Jackson.
just the fact that there's other teams that are better. So you're like, why are we talking about the Steelers?
Yeah, kind of. I don't think they're as good as how some people portraying them to be. I don't think they're a top 5 team in the NFL.
Do I think the Steelers are a top 5 team in the NFL? I might agree with you.
Yeah.
I think they're top 10. I don't know if I would say they're top 5.
Mm.
I think the thing that sucks is the teams that I would put above us, we have to play them all coming up in a few weeks. Because we have the Eagles, we have the Ravens again, and we have the Chiefs. And the Eagles are just playing great football. Obviously, you have the Chiefs, and then the Ravens they're going to be the Ravens regardless. And honestly, if I have to look at the coaching, just on coaching alone, I think the Ravens don't deserve to be a top 3 team because what are they doing? Do they know?
I think this is what I'm thinking. Because I was going to say this. I feel more confident in the Ravens winning a Super Bowl this year than any other year I've seen them.
Is
Since
it
Lamar has
because
been there.
they have Derrick Henry and he makes them better?
No, I think what they're doing, I could be dead dog wrong, but I think what they're doing is that I don't think their goal is to finish with the 1 seed. I think their goal is to get better during the season.
And just
I
get
think
in the playoffs.
I think they know they got a passing game issue. They know that. But they also feel like they can run it when they want to. So, and since Lamar has been there, what happens is they run the ball down their throat all season long, get to the playoffs, and in some critical situations, he miss.
And you know what? That's a good point. And now he has, yeah.
I think they're practicing on. I think they're working on an offense that's for the playoffs, not necessarily for the middle of the season. Because if you go back and look at how many average attempts a game, and then look at the playoff games, you'll see it drastically increase. But they don't play like that.
But
So
they don't play like that. Yeah.
I think they're throwing the ball around so he can have some errors and make some mistakes, so that stuff can be ironed out by time playoff time hit.
So let me say this. If what you're saying is true,
Mhm.
They're brilliant. After watching them get bullied last year, though, against Kansas City, I
Mhm.
don't know if I have that much faith in them in that way.
Yeah, you should because they got punched in the mouth and they folded. But um, but here we go again though. If the passing game was working right, they still could have won that game
Yeah. But why didn't they try to run the ball?
because Patrick Mahomes then punked them. They went down
That's what
there. They
and
did two
and
long drives. They did two long
that's why
drives
I'm like,
and scored.
anytime I detest a little, I don't know I don't want to, whatever the word is.
Hmm.
Anytime I detest that in you, I'm like, you're weak. Like,
Well, I know you don't. I know we don't want to do this, but I know a lot of people listen to us watching. Colorado, Coach Prime do the same damn thing. Let a team run off a couple of scores and watch him lose his mind. Go for it on fourth and whatever. I'm like, why?
yeah, they lose the
Loses
patience.
his
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
What's the name? Baltimore did the same thing. They Kansas City took it, and it's the way they scored. It wasn't no big 50-yard pass. It wasn't no 25, 25, 10. It wasn't that. It was handed off, handed off, handed it
Yep.
off, 3-yard pass. Handed
Run
off,
the ball
handed
down
off.
your throat. Yep.
Ate the clock up, scored both times. Defense couldn't get a stop. I think I'm coming off the dome. I could be mistaken. I think Baltimore in that next drive, I think they went for it on fourth down in their own territory. I said they
Yeah.
scared. I said he
But
scared. He pumped. He got pumped.
that's
He's
what I'm
scared.
saying. Anytime I detest that in you, I'm like, what is that? Like, yeah, I feel like sometimes these coaches think that they can lose the game in the first quarter. And it's like, you can't though. Like, let the game go. Like, what do we do? It's like, oh, now we're down by 7. Now we have to hurry because we're playing Patrick Mahomes. And it's like, take a deep breath. Hold on. Like, I don't know. I just,
But
and after
Patrick
seeing
Mahomes
that,
make people do stupid stuff.
yeah, and to be fair, that is that mental thing. That's my concern. And I'm going to pick Texas and Georgia at the end of this, so don't you dare. But that's my mental concern about Texas, right? Is it's not about, are we better than them? Are we this or that? It's about, do you believe that you're better than them? Do you
Mhm.
believe that you can beat them? Do you believe it? Because it doesn't matter what I think. I don't give a snap. But
Mhm.
it's like, and I think sometimes these teams don't believe they can come back against Patrick Mahomes and you're already beat. And
Well,
what do you do?
let, I think it's a great point you brought up. Let me say this because I hadn't really thought about it until now. Since the only quarterback I saw play the first quarterback that I saw play that I understood what he was doing, where I was old enough to comprehend and understand what he was doing, was Peyton
Yeah.
Manning. Okay, Peyton Manning.
Mm,
He's the first quarterback I was old enough to understand when he played. I was old enough to understand what he was doing.
yeah.
I and Peyton Manning to me is the greatest quarterback before Pat. He was the greatest quarterback
Because he
I
was
have
smart.
ever seen play the position. Now, but what tells me Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback that has walked the earth is this. Never, ever, ever have I seen a quarterback totally dictate what the other team's going to do.
That's it.
I have
That's the
never
difference.
seen that.
That's the
Tom
difference.
Brady ain't done it. Peyton Manning ain't done it. I ain't never seen that.
That's the
I
difference.
mean, literally go for it on your own territory. Literally, I don't win the thing. I think the game's over.
Because you're so
I,
worried about the other guy. Yeah.
he is the
Well,
only football MJ I have ever seen play.
that's what I always say. It goes back to the coaches will tell you what they think. They'll tell you because they start doing things where you're like, what the hell was that?
Yeah,
Like, why did they do?
yeah.
Like, that's why I got pissed off at Mike Tomlin that Thursday night against the Browns because Mike Tomlin was telling us he didn't give a damn about the Browns. He didn't care. He thought nothing of them. So he was like, we're gonna go for it on fourth down. They can't stop us. Like, focus, bro, focus. Like, you know, I agree with you. I think the other thing is too that happens is you get in these things and you forget to just like throw the ball away real quick because you don't have to win this possession or you don't have to win this down. Go to the next down. But instead, when the team is in your head, you're pressing and you have to make a play. You have to, and it's like, you don't. You actually don't. What you don't want to do is give the other team the ball back on their 17. It's like, focus. Like, let's stay focused. So, but I agree with you. And so I also understand the Steelers thing because sometimes it happens to me where I'm just like, whoa. Like, yeah, we just scored 44, but whoa, like the other team almost scored. The other team scored 38, and the other team.
Remembering is the problem. See, that's what that right there is what I'm talking about. You remembered how many points they scored. Come on, man.
That's how you know we're bad. That's how you know we're bad.
We remember scores, man.
That's how you know we're bad.
No,
yeah. So just like I remember that 30-15 as well. So there's also that. There's also that problem. So the next thing I'm going to pick is tonight's game. I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons, it's Lions, Packers. I was trying to click on. Okay, the Packers are 9-3. What do you say? Detroit needs to win this game. They need to stay on their trajectory. I think that Detroit at the number 1 seed is dangerous for the NFC. I think Detroit is the best team in the NFC. I think that, but my problem is I don't believe in Jared Goff. So there's just one problem I have, but the Lions need to win this game because they need to put this division kind of on ice and they need to get this number 1 seed. I don't think anybody would want to go into Detroit and play them because those fans are like, okay, let me say something. Those fans act like they've been good for a while. And they've been good for what? 3 years?
Detroit? Oh my God. I'm just waiting.
How long have they been good? How long have they been good? Like 3 years? Like,
hey,
come on.
Let me tell you.
I'm
going to say the same.
You want to talk about the Steelers? No. Let's talk about these Detroit
They were
fans.
next. Don't worry. They were next.
And I get it because they are good. I'll give them that. They have the same coaching staff. They have the great, fantastic Detroit Lions. I'm happy for you. Stop acting like for the past whatever years that you weren't the reason Calvin Johnson left, you weren't the reason Matthew Stafford left, and you weren't the reason Barry Sanders retired. It was your fault, Detroit Lions, and I will never forgive you for that. Unless you win a Super Bowl, that's the only way I'm forgiving it. So let's not act like your team is the best team that's ever come out of football invention because you just got good 3 years ago. I will get off my soapbox. I will turn it over to you.
All right. Okay. Detroit is the other team that I need Green Bay to beat them. Now, granted, I really can't lose in this because if Green Bay gets beat, that makes me feel good because Zion likes Green Bay. But as far as the Lions go, if they lose, it'll make me feel good because why they act like they something? You are still the Detroit Lions. When I use your name as an adjective, Detroit Lion fans, I am calling something trash. You are the epitome of trash. Let's just go ahead and call it trash. Do not catch lightning in the bottle. I guess they did it 2 years, so fine.
Oh my God! I hope my boobs didn't pop out.
God,
that is hilarious. Wait, did they used to carry around trash bags? Was it them that wore the trash bags on their heads?
They are just like back in the day. New Orleans, paper bag over their head. But look, they could.
I got one better for you. This year was the first year they've ever won a Thanksgiving.
There you go. Come on now. And then they want to walk around act like they so good. I'm like, get the out here. Man, why you can't have a little humility? Just be humble.
I don't know.
Just be humble, man. Just be appreciative.
The Michigan Wolverines won, and they were like, Detroit, we're here.
Oh my God.
The best best thing Detroit had going for the longest time was Eminem. Let's just keep it honest. And now all of a sudden y'all are so good. And I'll give it to them. They are good. I like the coach. I like everything they have going on. I like it. But guys, we remember.
Yeah, man. I'm like,
we remember. Okay.
I mean, it was yesterday. It wasn't like it was a long time ago. It was yesterday.
I remember them crying when Calvin Johnson retired. Crying. I remember them crying when Matthew Stafford was like, "Oh, God. Like, come on, guys, come on."
God,
I feel
Detroit, and we got some Detroit fans that listen to us, Kai. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, I tell you, I hate loser programs. Then all of a sudden they think they good, and they walking in tall cotton. I'm like, you still a loser, bro.
That's why I always preface my trash talk with Texas. I'm like, listen, bro. I know we used to suck. Let me acknowledge that we used to suck, and now let me talk trash.
I know, man. Be humble, man. Yeah.
Let me give you that, and then let me tell you how great we are.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Every time, and then there's been times where I'm like, are you talking about Detroit? Really?
Yeah.
And again, I'll give it to y'all. Right now, you're great. You're hot. You look good. You're winning games. You're the head of your division. You know, I think they're going to be a tough out. I think them at home makes them even better. And I'll give them all the things. They're 100% right. Don't forget where you came from.
That's what I'm saying. They forget where they came from.
Don't forget. Same with the Pistons. Like, let's not. Come on. Let's calm it down.
I'm like, as a matter of fact, I agree with Charles Barkley, man. They need to build a wall. Hey, keep people in Detroit. Just build a wall around Detroit. Hey, just take the whole state. Build a wall around Michigan.
Like, what are you doing? But it's like, and it's like, and I get it. Okay, and on one thing, I get it, right? I get it. Your team, they're here. They're not back because they were never. But like, you're here. You know, I got it. But like, chill. Just chill. Just walk into it. Walk into the playoffs with a bye week.
Yeah.
Do your thing. Like, chill. Just chill.
Detroit fans should be everybody fans. They should be the dude that you take or the girl you take to the party, you know, because you can't, you know, you don't want a whole lot of conversation. So you bring your homeboy, homegirl that's going to do a lot of talking and everybody like them, but they ain't about shit. Yeah, I'm like, my bad. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta bring, Detroit, that's you, man. That's what you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Just do a whole lot of talking, man.
Detroit, they're the ones that you stand behind. So you let somebody else go in and you shake their hand, and you're like, oh, this is my friend Detroit. Have you seen the Detroit Lions? Like, this is them. Like, let's stop. Like, let's just stop with that. So, you know, but they played Green Bay Packers tonight, and I don't want to say I'm not excited for the game because, like, that's not fair. But I'm kind of like, I don't know. Unpopular opinion. Love the way the NFC North plays football. I know what I mean, but I don't know how to say it. I feel like when I watch, like, I think what it is I don't understand. I don't know the team's identity in the NFC North. Like when I watch the Bills, I know what I'm tuning in to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I'm going to get. When I watch even the Dolphins, as terrible as they are, I still like know what I'm going to get. It's kind of like Arizona. I don't know what I'm going to get when I watch them. I don't know what Jordan Love am I going to get? What Jared Goff am I going to get? What secondary for the Lions am I going to get? Is the Packers field goal kicker going to be able to kick? Is Jones, whoever their running back is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know. What are these teams? Are they stellar at defense? Are they like the Vikings are? And then sometimes I watch them and I'm like, did y'all forget to play defense today? Like, you see what I'm saying? I just don't know what. I don't know. I don't know. Like, do they?
Uh,
But honestly, like, do any of the teams in the NFC North lead in like offense or defense or anything? It's like they're just. I don't know. I just don't know what type of football they play. Is what I'm trying to say. I just.
yeah, yeah. Well, I think part of it is because three out of four of the teams trying to get their quarterback situation worked out.
Oh, so you
So,
think it's bad quarterback play?
well, I'm not gonna call it bad because I think Sam Darnold's doing a good job this season. Uh, but Green Bay, Jordan Love, is he gonna play a complete season? I
I,
don't know. Is that possible? I know he's back. He's back now, but
and is he good? I think
that's
is he. I know Jared Goff is.
that's the question. Is he good or is the team around him good?
I don't know, and I, I don't know, and I don't know. The way that I watch football, though, too, is not conducive to those teams. Like I, I don't even know who those teams' linebackers are. I don't think. Like I just don't know. I don't know. Like when I go turn on the game, I don't know what I'm going to get.
Mhm.
Is this going to be
I
a
feel you.
defensive struggle? Is this going to be an offensive game? Is this going to be a battle of the field position? You know what I mean? Are we going to grind it out? Are what? I don't know. So that's and again, I don't. I guess you could say this is a knock on the NFC North. I don't know, but I just don't know. They're like the Carol. They're like the Arizona Cardinals to me. I just don't know. I'm just not sure. I don't.
Well, I think another thing. I don't think. Oh, yeah, I was about to say that's not necessarily true, but NFC North. I'm trying to see the main. I don't know. I don't. Well, first of all, I don't watch a lot of NFC. I mean, the least. Well, I was gonna say is that the least amount, but it's not. But
Mine's the
I,
West.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, West. I don't watch it. I was about to say I watch them probably the least, but no, NFC West is who I watch the least.
I
I don't
watched the.
watch none of that. No, what's crazy is I watch a whole lot more AFC West than I do NFC West. But anyway, I think maybe that's part of it. I don't know. I really couldn't
Yeah,
tell you, but
yeah. I
I know
just
that.
and that's the thing. I just never know what I'm gonna get. So, anyways, third game's on you.
Well, well, I thought did I hear? Did anybody say Georgia Tech? Anybody say
I said I was gonna say that last, so you
that?
got to
I
do
know.
something else.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Okay, but anyway, my third game is I picked the Chiefs a whole lot. I noticed, but yeah, Chiefs Chargers.
That's a good
Uh,
one. Wait, when is
yeah, it
that?
is. That's Sunday night.
Oh, I must have didn't go. Okay, I don't. I usually try to pick the. They've been pissing me off lately with these Sunday and Mondays, but that's a good one.
Yeah. So Chiefs Chargers. I figured that's gonna be a good game. Generally, Chargers and Chiefs always play a good game.
Yeah.
I I like what Harbaugh's doing, but has he toned down Justin Herbert too much?
Yes. Oh my God, I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed in the Ravens game. But unless there's something else going on, it just I feel like we were so happy, right, to watch him, and we liked what he was going to do, and they were going to progress, and he was managing Herbert, and then like slowly he was giving him more, and and then I'm just like, what are y'all? What happened? Did they lose
Yeah.
offensive linemen or something? Like it just
Uh,
seems like they're discombobulated.
yep. Yep. I Justin Herbert. He don't look like the Justin Herbert that I think
Yeah,
we
what
all.
happened?
I don't know. I mean, like they played Atlanta. I just went and just picked the game, right? A recent game. I think it's most recent. They played Atlanta. Man, he threw for 100. Now they won the game, but he threw for 147 yards. 100. When does Justin Herbert do that?
I watched them play the Ravens and I watched them play. They just played somebody. Oh, the Falcons, what you're talking about. And I just remember thinking, like, I was like, I was excited for this team because I thought I knew what I was watching. And I was just kind of like,
Yeah,
is this,
he turned it down a lot.
where is his
Uh,
arm?
I just think the offense he run now, they just turned the offense down.
Is his
It's just
arm on like layaway? Like, what are
no,
we
I don't know. I
Are we
think
renting out
that
an arm? Like, what's going on?
yeah, I don't know. I mean even against the Titans, he threw for 164. Now he only threw 18 passes, 14, 18. But they gonna run that joker 39 carries. They
They're
had
gonna run the
39
ball.
carries. Yeah, they gonna run that
So
thing.
I thought as the year would progress, I would see obviously Harbaugh's going to run the ball. He gets it. So I knew they were going to do that. But I thought with him, we were going to kind of start to see him throwing more passes downfield to open up the offense. Like I just thought, I mean, obviously that's not what we're seeing, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe he doesn't have the time. Is the offensive line bad? I don't know. I'm making excuses for them at this point because,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know.
right. Yeah, I don't know either. But they winning. So you can't be mad about that. They're gonna go to the playoffs this year.
Yeah, it's just, I guess, yeah, in my mind, I just always expect a certain level of like, develop, like, no, maybe develop's not the right word, but like the progression through the season, I just expect to see like a team that's kind of like doing different things. And I'm like, oh, he doesn't even get to throw the ball like down the field ever. Okay,
Hmm.
that's
Yep.
interesting. I don't know. Maybe they're
And I got
saving
yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's what it is. I just think that's just hardball.
him. Oh,
And because when
maybe
he was at San Francisco, he had take the knee guy. What's his name? Kaepernick.
Kaepernick, but
And
Kaepernick was slaying that.
yeah, he was, but he also ran a lot.
True, he did.
Yeah, so I don't know what the lack of running that Justin does. Does that affect it any?
I
I
don't
don't know.
know. I don't know. I hate it though. And again, they're my opinion doesn't matter. They get to do what they want to do to win football games, right? Because that's what matters. Winning football games. So if you're winning, do it. Cool. However, for me watching it, I'm like, oh man, I didn't think this is what we're gonna get. You're winning, but it just wasn't what I was expecting. I don't know. And maybe they're doing what you said Baltimore's doing. Maybe they're just kind of filling out and seeing, but it strikes me as odd for them to be doing that and then get to the playoffs and then chunk the ball down the field because he hasn't done it at all. So I don't know. What do I know? Maybe he's not accurate. I don't know.
I
It's
I
weird.
don't know either, but he. All I know is but really they're winning. So what can you say?
They're winning. They're
They're winning.
That's it. They're winning. So I just get to complain on a show on a
Yeah,
Thursday
they
night.
winning. Yeah, that's all you can say. They winning.
Right. What's their record? Do you know off the top of your head?
Uh, no, let me here. I got it right here though. But 8-4.
Yeah. So really, what you and I say doesn't really matter because
Mm-mm.
they're doing the
And
thing. I just thought we were going to see a different type of team
I did too.
than we're seeing. So whatever, it is what it is. So drum roll, please. No, the last game of the night is the best game of the whole weekend. Maybe I think it's the best game of the whole weekend. It's going to be Texas, Georgia, and it's time for us to step back into the lion's den. And I don't know why I am fired up about this game. And I think it's because I love seeing my teams get challenged and I love figuring out what kind of team I have. You know what I mean? Like I want to see us go in there and bully Georgia. We're not going to. I'm just saying, right? Like I want to see us go in there like we want to be there. You know, like because I feel like the first game we were kind of like, oh, woo, there as advertised. Like, oh, whoa, like, oh gosh, like, you know what I mean? It was like on a roller coaster ride that you thought was gonna be scary, and you kind of get on the ride and you're like, this isn't bad, and then all of a sudden you're like that's how I felt like Texas was. And then they went to the locker room and then they came back and I felt like they were like, okay, yes, they're fast. Yes, they're physical. Yes, they're all the things. Now it's time to, whatever. And so I want to see it. Like, I want to see how Texas responds. That's it. Like, I said in my video, you have to go bully the bully. You just do. You got to show up and you got to do exactly what Kansas City did to Baltimore Ravens. That's what you have to go do to Georgia. You have to show up and you have to walk in there and act like you're supposed to be there and do your thing. You got to win this game. I don't care if you win on the last second field goal. I don't care. You just have to go in there and you have to show up. I just want them to show up. And this gets to set my expectations for the rest of the playoffs, because my team's already in the playoffs. And if your team is not in the playoffs, I don't give a damn. So I get to, so I also get that, but I get to kind of manage my expectations and see, like, what is this Texas team? Like, are y'all going to go out there and be soft? Are y'all going to go out there and be a bunch of weak ass MFers? Or are y'all going to step up and be like, screw that. That's not who we are. That is not who we are. You know what I'm saying? So if they let me do the speech before the game, I would have this guys ready to go and fire up. So I expect them to come out and be better. I just expect them to come out and be better. That's my thing. I expect them to come out, be better, and show up. That's it. Show up. And if they beat them, if Texas beats Georgia, I'll probably start a live, because I will be so beside myself and I will have to come and talk trash. I'm just going to be honest. Actually, no, I could just go live on the Discord. I could just go live on the Discord. And you know I'm lying, because I don't ever really get that high. So I probably am not doing that. But I'm just saying, I just think it's going to be a good game. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Texas. I'm excited that the first year in the SEC, we got to show up and we got to compete. We got to win. And now we're in the SEC championship game. And I am just excited to see it. I cannot wait to see it. And Motivated said, so UGA is Texas Super Bowl. We are both each other's Super Bowl, because the University of Georgia has not looked the same since they played us.
Oh my God! Well, I tell you, y'all say anything. Oh my bad. Y'all go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen, we have this going on. Okay, leave us alone. So you tell me how great this Georgia team has looked since they played us. They haven't. Where is that defense gone? Against Ole Miss, they forgot how to tackle. With Texas, they didn't forget. Now all of a sudden they don't know how to tackle. Now all of a sudden, like, come on. So, anyways, I will get off of my soapbox. Motivated and Dedicated knows what time it is. Surfer Boy knows what time it is. And my favorite part about all of this, they absolutely know that Texas can beat them. And that's what makes this better. They know it can happen. They know it.
Okay. All right, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Coach Hayes, I saw you in the chat. My turn. Okay.
Coach Hayes, where is he?
Let's turn this into an educational
Where's
piece
Coach
real
Hayes?
quick. All right. So, I heard a person ask Coach Hayes. I think it was this little. I forgot. I think he was from the islands or something. I don't know. He asked him, "What is a cult member?" Okay, guys. Colorado is not the only team that has cult members. Y'all literally just listened 5 minutes to a cult member, bro. Did y'all hear all those cultish tapes?
Yes.
Texas is Georgia's Super Bowl. What? What? No, hold on. Now, let me be the guy that rain on everybody's parade and steal people's joy. I'm predicting over 4.5 turnovers.
For Georgia, that would suck for them.
No, total turnovers in the game. I'm predicting that. I am also predicting bad football play, because I think these two teams absolutely don't give a damn about this game. I'm just here to tell you, I don't think they give a damn about this. Now, I think Texas, if there was a caring gauge, I think Texas probably care
100%.
a little bit more, because it's the first time SEC, and they think this is going to be a bragging point.
100%.
It's not.
100%.
Because the SEC championship game, since the new 12-team playoff, has just turned into a bowl. So
a bowl game that all the athletes are going to play in.
All they care about, I believe, is getting through the game, nobody getting hurt, in preparation for the playoffs.
Valid. I agree. And this is what I love. This is what I love. Let me show you some things. Really, trust me, the kids from Athens will be jacked and ready for Texas this weekend. We thrive in big games. What did I say about y'all? I'm talking about my team. Y'all started this. Okay? So you're on my live and my comments talking about your team. Okay? I talk about my team. Okay? So that defense against Ole Miss, all right, I saw what y'all were saying on other people's chats. I saw what y'all were saying. Y'all didn't think I was seeing what y'all were saying about y'all's team when they weren't playing well. I saw it. Y'all know what's up. But now that they're playing Texas, you're trying to act like you didn't say the things that you said before. Remember what y'all said when Carson Beck was out there throwing them interceptions? Remember what you said when Ole Miss was out there beating the shit out of y'all, and y'all were like, we're not very good. This defense isn't very good. This defense isn't very good. We're so bad. Remember what y'all were saying halftime against Tennessee? Remember? Y'all don't remember?
Oh my God!
All right, y'all.
Are you shooting shots at solid gold?
Said it.
I think you shooting shots at solid gold. You shooting shots at solid gold.
No, I'm talking to Surfer Boy 3000 and motivated and dedicated.
Oh, I thought you said that Texas was in the playoffs and Quinn Ewers is a quarterback, so obviously you were right. I thought you said that.
That is a fact. Because I was told Texas would not be able to make it to the SEC championship with Ewers.
Oh my God.
You see, look, I said before this season, this UGA is the worst team in 5 years. So that's what I'm saying. So y'all are saying all of these things. Y'all are saying all of these things. But when I say it, y'all are like, oh, Georgia's going to be ready. Y'all just said it. Y'all are talking about your team and how bad you think your team is. But when I say it, you're like, they're not that bad. Oh my God. Kirby's gonna have them ready to go. Kirby's gonna have them fired up. They're coming to Athens. They're coming to our house. Kirby's so pretty. Kirby. Come on.
Oh my God, not the wave off. You didn't give him the wave, did you? Oh my God. Oh.
That's what they do. That's the thing. I always tell people, this is what happens. People talk trash about their teams, right? I get it. We all do it, right? We talk trash about our teams. The difference between how I talk about my team is I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. That's a good point. You're probably right. Other people will be like, we suck, we can't run the ball, we can't do this. Carson Beck's terrible. And then when I say it, they're like, no, he's not. No, he's not. He's not bad. No, we can tackle. And I'm like, y'all just said it. But you just told me, like, what? So it's a problem when I do it. It's a problem when I do it. But when you do it, it's okay. It's okay. I see y'all.
What? Really? You just do it too much. What you talking about?
They know what I'm talking about. Read the chat.
I am reading it.
And so everyone was like, oh, yeah. Look, they know what I'm talking about. I was on Fanatic Perspective with Steve and Tran talking about Carson back. Carson is bad. You caught me. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all been dogging out your team all year. But the second I say it, it's a problem. And the reason why they keep commenting at me now is because they know they've been talking this. They know that everything I said, they've said it. That's why I said it, because I'm petty. Because I know they've been saying it. So don't get mad at me. Get mad at yourself for saying it. Don't get mad at me. You said it. You said against Ole Miss they sucked. You said you didn't want them in the playoffs. You said Texas could beat them. You said Carson Beck was bad. You said your defense was bad. You said y'all didn't have any receivers. You told me that. So
let me stop. What we doing? What we doing? Oh, okay. What we doing, Jay boy? I guess that's my fault too, huh?
And yes, I was also told that Ewers would not be able to take this team to the SEC championship game. That also was a lie. So all of y'all that really think you have everything all figured out and all this stuff, I just said every single thing you always say. But when I say it, it's a problem because now my team is coming to beat your team's ass. That's not my problem. Because if we do, y'all all need to show back up. Because like I said in my video, if smart person watching this football game should take Georgia. You should not take Texas to win this game. You shouldn't. Based off getting embarrassed at home, based off all the things, you should not take Texas to win this game. Honestly, Texas should not win this game. But if they do win this game, just say.
Why should they? Well, really, why should they win the game, really?
Well, because I don't know if Texas believes they can win. Like that team, the way that I saw them behave that night was not, I didn't know. Like it goes back to what you're saying about Patrick Mahomes. When I saw them on the field with Georgia, I didn't know those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like who are y'all? Like, have you ever watched a boxing match and you watch them walk out to the ring and you're like, does that guy even think that he can win? Like, is he focused? or you'll go, why is he not punching? Like, why is he fighting like that? That's how I felt when I was watching Texas. And if you cannot beat a team like Georgia like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to come out and you got to be ready to play. And so until I see Texas come out and be ready to play, I wouldn't think that they could beat them either. That's all I'm saying.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? So like,
yeah,
like I want to know who you are. Show me if that's who you are. Cool. Now I know, right? I know, but I just didn't know who that team. I don't know what that was.
I got you. But
just like the same thing happened with the Chiefs against the Ravens. I didn't know who that Ravens team was that showed up against the Chiefs. Like, what were they doing? Where did they come from?
They were. Never mind, I almost said something wrong. My bad. I almost said too much. But no, you're right though.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. Right. And that's what I always tell people. And everybody knows this by now. I'm an honest fan. Never once have I not said that Georgia beat Georgia came in to Austin, beat Texas, sound, all the things. I've never shied away from that ever. And I never will because that's what happened. So we get to see it again. It's like getting knocked down in the 4th round and everyone's like, oh, he knocked his head off. And now it's the 12th round and we're still in it. So do you have heart? How are you going to show up? Are you going to care that they punched you in the mouth and knocked you down? Or are you going to show up to compete? That's it. This is football. It's football. Get your feelings. This is football.
Yeah. You're right. I'm just I just think that there's nothing you can grasp in this game. So y'all shouldn't even be excited about it.
It's just so we can talk trash. Let's be honest.
Well, I'm telling you right now,
we intimidated Texas and Austin, so you're right. I agree. I 100% agree.
And both of y'all ran over my argument anyway.
I agree. Huh?
Both of y'all you and Motivate gonna use my excuse. If Georgia get beat, Motivate gonna say, man, they weren't out there playing. Texas get beat, you're gonna be like, look, they know the game didn't really matter.
No, I'm not. This game matters to Texas. I'm not going to say that. I don't give those cop-outs. I'm going to call it like I see it. This game matters to Texas now. Georgia can say it doesn't matter to them, but we all know it matters. We all know nobody wants to get beat by the new kids on the block. Nobody. So they can act like it doesn't matter, but it matters. Like it matters.
Okay.
So let me go through these starred comments because now I'm fired up.
Yeah.
No, I don't
I
get to
can
make a single
tell.
tackle.
Oh man,
Okay, so let's see. Oh, Nicole said at the very beginning, do we get another one tomorrow?
she was talking
Probably,
about
she's
live.
probably talking about a live. Are you
Yeah.
giving out lives tomorrow?
Man, I thought I did good this week.
Y'all talk about the same damn thing. So,
3 days in a row, literally 3 days in a row.
and y'all don't even, I don't think half of you even know the points you're trying to make, but whatever.
Well, I mean, you made a whole show dedicated to one of the people.
A whole show?
Yeah. The SEC
Dedicated to
Bond
who?
show, you made that for Cliff. Let's don't act like you didn't.
I
That's what
didn't
you
make it.
did.
Listen, if the shoe fits, wear that motherfucker, okay?
I'm just saying.
If the shoe fits, wear it. And then Steelers need that payback from the Browns weekend. Yeah, they do. That was terrible. That was just freaking terrible. Marcella, oh, my trophies. Yes, I'll give Rawhide a trophy here in a second because he's earned one. I'll give him one. Wait, so are you giving them a live or no?
Huh? I thought, what?
This is me
What
putting you on the spot.
What you doing? What you doing? Really? What you doing?
This is me putting you on the spot.
Oh my God! Hey, I was like, I had rolled right on all the way past. You came right back around. I'm like, what?
So back to what we were talking about before.
Oh my
Do
God!
you?
Hey, let me tell you something. Hey, I am good at that. It's one thing I have mastered in my life.
See, ladies, this is what you got to watch. You got to pay attention. When you have a question, you got to get your answer. If you don't get your answer,
Yeah,
you keep
came
pressing
right
and
back
you keep
around.
pressing and you keep pressing and you keep pressing.
Yeah, I'm like,
See? Yeah, you still have an answer. So the answer is no. Sorry, guys.
oh.
There's no
I did not
problem
say
with
that.
her, Bo. Why
He to
can
my
I not
Herbert,
read?
Justin Herbert.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah, he must be driving or something.
oh, because I'm like, all of a sudden I couldn't read. I was reading like you. I would never talk to a strong man like that.
What are we doing? Okay, I'm gonna let that one go. I'm not touching that. I ain't touching that, Jack boy. What? I'm just saying. I see.
no,
Hey,
see,
PB blaming me for stuff. I'm just saying. I'm just like, hey, I ain't saying that.
that boy Lad McConkey is a route god. I told you. Yeah, he's a good route runner. I agree with that. Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, Coach Hayes, go get some business, Coach Hayes. How about go get your team in the playoffs, Coach Hayes? It's time for Texas to rumble in the Georgia jungle. That's right. That's right. That's it. Can I not be excited for a football game? Y'all think this is how they want me to come on the show like this. Texas plays Georgia this weekend, and Georgia is so good.
I kind of like that though. I like
and
that.
because Georgia is so good, Texas doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Poor Texas. Poor Texas has to play Georgia in Atlanta. Poor Texas. If only Texas could play a team. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't care about no damn Georgia. I'm here to represent Texas. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. This is how they want me to come in.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I hope that Texas can beat Georgia this weekend. I really hope that Texas can run the ball. Woo! Georgia's the best. Georgia's the best.
You got it. You got it.
Best football game. They haven't lost. They've only lost 5 games in 4 years. They're so good. Go Georgia. Go Dogs.
Oh my God. I don't know. I'm not touching any of that.
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? No.
No, listen,
I'm writing for my team. And you
I
know
agree
what?
I agree with really flawed on that one.
What?
I agree with you. I'm 100% behind you right there. I have nothing to comment on any of
I'm
that.
rolling with my team. I'm rolling with my
I
team.
feel you. I'm right
Okay.
there with you on that.
Anyways, see, Motivated and Dedicated gets me. To his core, he gets me. He gets me. Shout out to Flot. See, he gets me. Deep down inside, he knows what's up. Shout out to you, my brother.
What are we doing?
Anyways, this is North Carolina retirement home for coaches if Bill Belichick gets the North Carolina job. He interviewed for that job? Bill Belichick?
Yeah, he sure did. Bill Belichick did. I was going to mention that earlier. Yeah, he sure did.
For the North Carolina Tar Heels?
Sure did. Sure did.
Okay.
Hey, he need to call Nick. Say, hey, Nick, you want to play around in North Carolina? He ain't got to be coach. He'll be my DC.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do.
See, Motivated likes it. Motivated wants me to be like, go Dogs.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I would love that. Belichick and Saban? Yeah, I want to see that.
Is this the dance?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, you know that. Hey, that's our idol. That's our idol dance. You already know.
You know, I might not be scared of Jordan really, but you ain't got a pad up on Saturday. Listen. Let me. I'll end this after this, but let me say something very, 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 very clear and articulate, so everyone can understand it. If Texas is scared to play Georgia, they should stay in Austin, Texas. This is football. You put pads on and you go play fucking football. Period. If you're scared, stay in Austin. Go play in the Big 12 if you're scared. Go play in the ACC if you're scared. Nobody cares if you're scared. Play football. Stop being a bunch of wusses and go play football. Crap. Scared. Stay your ass at home then. How about that? Anything else you want to say, Ron?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Crap. I'm sick of this.
I'm good.
I'm tired of this.
I'm good.
Stop. We're here to play football. Like, what are we doing? Oh, they're so scared. Go Dogs. Like, come on. Jesus.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah. And all of the world is like, yeah. Anyways. So, Raw, I think I do too. I've been saying it. But they say it. I can't say it. Anyways, so we'll end on you. Also, just so we're here, I don't drink wine. Thank you, though. I don't drink.
You mean to tell me you have not forced yourself to drink that awful stuff just so you can feel like you can fit in? You ain't done that?
Nope. Don't drink. Don't drink.
I'm right there with you.
Don't smoke. Don't drink. Don't smoke.
Oh, is wine drinking? Is that drinking?
I'm a natural high.
You crazy, I'll tell you. You
I am a natural high, okay? I don't need a drink. I don't need to smoke. I am okay. Don't you worry about it, okay? Oh, you want an experience? You don't need alcohol, and you don't need anything to smoke, okay? I am the experience. Don't you ever forget it.
What? I didn't say nothing.
It's on you. We're ending on you.
Okay, first I got to reprocess because you threw me all the way off. Whatever what you was doing there. So, I'm right there with you, Jay boy. I think we just gonna end right there because I can't follow that. So, hey, shout out to Really Flawed. She is off the chain, off the chain.
And the best part is not everybody gets the experience, even when you want it.
Oh my God!
Bye. See you guys next week.
Oh, Surfer Boy,